Give a little swim, swim on by. Feel it. Get into it. Yeah, there you go. There it is.
My name is Jason Page, host of The Sound of Sound. I am here with our special guest, Charles Smith. Charles Smith, what inspired you to get into music?
Actually, of course, started with trying to be like another Mozart. And then I got exposed to classical music first, then jazz music second, then all the other musics third. So I got exposed to almost all types of music.
What was your first instrument?
My first instrument, of course, actually, I'm going to change hats because sometimes I like to change. My first instrument was the piano.
And when was the first time you touched the piano? How old were you?
I was 8. I was about 8.
And at the first moment you hit the piano, what did you feel at that moment?
And I thought I would never be another Mozart. It took about approximately 10 or 11 months or 12 months to get the hang of the piano.
And
I was like a gradual Mozart, something like that. And then I started composition about 2 years later. Started composing music about 10. And then I felt like a little bit like a Mozart at that point.
And where did that take you in your professional career?
Well, I wished, actually, not too much of a concert pianist, but I did get BM, Doctorate of Music at Roosevelt U, Master of Music and University of Illinois and Doctorate of Musical Arts, also at the same university. So, and I had felt a little bit like I had a little bit of a concert pianist life. I performed two times or 3 times in France, probably 4. 2 and 4 recitals. I did about 2 half-full recitals in Italy. And I was in one major piano competition in Italy too. And I also was involved in a piano master class in Italy too. So I had a little bit of international experience in there.
What is your concept of sound?
So, you realize there's traditional sound and then there's avant-garde sound. I realized I cannot escape avant-garde sounds. The only way to deal with it is to accept it. That's why I am a crossover composer. I compose traditional music and music that we usually always like you with. So I'm a little bit like, remember Ricky Martin, crossover singer, Enrique Iglesias, another crossover singer. So I crossover styles in music right now. So mainly, my music either falls on either the neo-romantic side most of the time, or the avant-garde side.
And how do you describe each of those styles?
Music history is way too vast to put in a few sentences. Of course, it started with the traditionalists, the Baroque composers, classical period composers, romantic composers. Then it went to the impressionistic composers, modern composers, 20th century composers. Those done avant-garde and all that stuff. And you have these subgenres of each. They branched out. Sounds like they branched out. Sounds like families, big families tree has happened in music history. Now, during millennium, I think happening, we started a brand new music history. I don't know where it's going to go. I try to accept it.
And what is the essence of the new era? Is it more based on chance? Is it based on something else?
I don't know. So realize, even now the good news is I did perform 2 times in the John Cage Music Circus as a pianist and a performance art dancer. John Cage, of course, is probably, of course, one of the famous aleatory music composers. But I'm still not too much of a fan of jazz music. But the only aleatory technique I use in composition mainly is just free improv on the keyboard. Usually that's what I don't throw pennies or dice, don't use a chain or anything like that yet. I may throw pennies probably on a grid and try to start a composition that way if I wanted to do jazz music. I was doing my first stages of doing that, but I got just too caught up in this music stuff.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I think I have enough. I have enough compositions. I want to do about probably 5 or 6 tours, probably around the next 10 years, 7, probably away from the United States, probably going through Europe, probably be able to network with composers like Daniel Bas from Belgium, who's popular right now, and probably potential collaborations. Good news is I'm a self-promoter too. So I have a Facebook account, I have a MySpace account, where I try to announce people about my music, my sample of what I do in music, just a bit of what I do. I'm trying to be like everything music, but I know it's a page.
Where can you be found on MySpace? What is the Facebook? What are the names of the sites?
Well, now I have a modified MySpace site, www.myspace.com/Charles Joseph Smith. I actually I was able to put in 2 piano pieces I performed by other composers, and 8 other musical selections are mine. The Facebook account I have is almost the same. www.facebook.com/Charles Joseph Smith. Where I have my own band website too, Mr. Fourfinger, also on Facebook. But I also have music on CD Baby, one of my CD singles, which can be found at www.cdbaby.com/Charles Joseph Smith.
How does your music influence your dance?
Ballroom dance, I don't love a ballroom dance. This was I'm shaking heads now. This was my background, almost like a basis for being in love with other dances. Ballroom dance has rhythm, more structure. From that, I can incorporate my other dance moves that are not really ballroom dance. It's just mine, performance art, Buto. Even bits of yoga, even some, and then I add some other types of dances, probably just I got inspired by seeing hip hop dancers and stuff like that. Jazz dance, I sometimes use some jazz dance and ballet and some my new dances. But now I'm starting to get into live art stuff, but not completely. So I'm trying to new ideas, new trends.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is cranberry sauce. Not cranberries, juice per se, but cranberry sauce, especially on Thanksgiving.
How did you hear about multi-combat?
I just starting off. I've been to a lot of DIY venues. Been to a lot of them at Wicker Park, but been to a lot of drum circles, and then I realized I found out about it on Facebook. So it's and I started to like it. It just because it sounds like a multicultural type of art center, something I like, and just spread the word. Something independent artists, all this stuff, because I'm trying to collaborate with independent artists, creative artists, something like that. Network with them. I've had some success collaborating with them, but I plan to do more.
Very good. Thank you, Charles Smith.